They said be strong, so I became a fortress. They said man up, so I manscaped my feelings to look clean but left the roots rotting. Nobody tells you striving to be your very best sometimes comes with side effects like tightness in the chest, smile strain, 2% buffering, glitch in the brain while you still trying to be the answer, be the example, be the representation. I was the you got it all together friend. Meanwhile, anxiety was moonwalking in Thames across my chest cavity. Depression wore my cologne, was my favorite hoodie. Showed up to meetings and got me praised for being composed, but I wasn't composed. I was compartmentalized. Good at pretending peace, bad at actually resting in it. We don't get taught rest. We get taught to achieve, taught to perform, taught to pray, but never to pause. And I love God, but even Jesus took naps. Even the Messiah needed moments where he wasn't the miracle. I had to teach myself to go to therapy like it was church, to sit on that couch like a pew and confess to a stranger with a clipboard that my strength was sometimes a mask that got too heavy to hold. And ain't that something? How healing can look like admitting you ain't healed yet. How loving yourself can start with saying, I don't like how I feel right now. I meditate now. Not always well, but on purpose. I let silence hold me without trying to fix me. I let joy visit subcutaneously while believing I deserve it. I call my homies just to say, yo, you good, and mean it. I let my little cousin cry without rushing him to logic. I tell him his feelings ain't a detour, they part of the drive. We breaking cycles now. Quietly, messily, boldly. You know, the barbershop still ain't completely a safe space to say I'm not okay, but I slip it in anyway. Between shape ups, hot towels, and hot takes, hoping somebody else might feel seen that day. Because don't nobody talk about the basement, where the heavy things live, where the real stories sleep, where the comfortability to pretend love's burying emotions in Tupperware, sealed tight, stacked high, labeled figure it out. They don't teach you how to treat you, so your soul walks around with a limp. But if you gonna stumble, let it be into your healing. So I did. Into therapy. Into my inner kid sitting in the back row of my subconscious, mouth full of swallowed screams into tears that tasted like liberty. So if you somewhere trying not to cry too loud, don't. Cry as loud as you need. Let it billow. Let it shatter the lies that told you masking is sacred. They say June is the month to talk men's mental health, but brains don't clock in seasonally. They act up on rent week, on birthdays, on random Saturdays at 12:43 p.m. while folding socks and suddenly questioning self-worth existentially. You know how hard it is to spell depression on a job application when they ask why there's a gap in your work history, and the truth is, I was just trying to stay alive, respectfully. You have a hard-pressed emoji signifying laughs at shared memes that mirrored your trauma just to stay relatable, or pretend to be low-key chilling while your whole nervous system felt inflatably unstable. This ain't no Hallmark PSA. This ain't just a get help commercial. This is survival in surround sound. This is a moment to choose to stop asking for space and start breaking new ground. See, mental health ain't a campaign, it's a full-time job with no PTO, and some days just clocking in is the show. And I'm front row. I'm encore. I'm center mic with scars in my metaphors, and every word is a conscious concert ticket I can't afford. There's a beat in my chest that was almost an obituary. Now it's a second line. Now it's tertiary. Now it's a reminder that survival ain't shameful. Establishing mental health dialogue ain't distasteful, and for every mile covered along my mental health journey, I'm eternally grateful. Some assembly required, built from scratch, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. There was no map, no margin for malfunction, just a boy turned blueprint, learning how to carry what he couldn't name and still function in full view.